Morning. So about a week ago, I was watching the news and they were talking about how they hadn't seen Trump in like 5 days. And so they were speculating that, oh man, maybe he's dead. Maybe Trump died. And so everybody, oh no, really? Except me, of course. I was like, oh, please, 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 please. But then a little later in the day, they had proof of life photo of Trump going off to go golfing. And it was like, come on. So as usual, the fake lamestream media got my hopes all up and then crushed them at the last minute. But they did do me one favor. They made me start thinking, what would happen if Trump died? If Trump were all of a sudden gone, who would pick up the MAGA banner and run with it? How does MAGA continue without Trump? And I don't really see a path for him. And I don't think that they do either. And I'll tell you why. If you look at people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Chip Roy, Matt Gaetz, others too, I mean, these people are still MAGA, 100%, right? They still believe in their heads that they're MAGA. But if you look at what they're doing, they're also opportunists and they're worried. They're worried that Trump is going to go away. And if he does, then they need to get their tribe back. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're starting to go against Trump on certain things and build their own constituencies around themselves and away from MAGA so that they can hold on to power when Trump dies. To me, that's telling because, you know, vultures can always tell when something's going to die. And these people are certainly vultures. And so they may be onto something here. But if that happens, MAGA is not only going to die, they're going to completely collapse. J.D. Vance will take over if Trump dies. Even MAGA can't stand J.D. Vance. They think he's a weenie. So he's clearly can't pick up the banner. There's nobody in Congress. There's nobody in his administration that can pick this up. Most of the people in his administration are some of the most incompetent people in the world. Even J.D. Vance seems like he doesn't know what the hell he's supposed to do most of the time. He spends most of his time going on vacation and trying not to get booed. So he clearly is not a leader. Rubio can't do anything till 28, and Rubio's weak anyway. And then so who else you got? You start listening to Don Jr.? Don Jr., he was stupider than his dad. No one's gonna follow him. And besides that, the guy's got the charisma of a toad. So if Trump dies, MAGA dies with it. There's just no way around it. And that's good for us because if the Democrats are going to be so weak that they can't tell us what they're going to do for us and how they're going to fix shit, well, then we're going to have to be stuck with Republicans. And if Trump's gone, maybe, just maybe, hopefully, these groups will have to form coalitions to be able to govern. So they'll have to be more sane. And I think this is true only because if you look now, every bill that Trump tries to push through the Congress, he has to threaten and cajole and bribe all these different Republicans to get them to come along and vote for the bill. And if none of that works, he can always bully them and start threatening their careers. There is no one else in MAGA that can do that. Only he can do that. So all these groups are gonna have to start working together to even get anything passed, which means that some of the legislation might start becoming more sane. Some of the policies might start becoming more sane. The biggest problem that they're gonna have, especially Vance and those guys, is that they were working for an insane person. All the stuff that Trump's done that's gonna botch the economy, they're gonna have to try to fix that. Because my thinking is that if I was gonna be forming a Deadpool on this, I would say Trump is dead early next year before the midterms. That's what I think. That's just my prediction. But if that happens, the economy is gonna fall apart and the midterms are gonna be a bloodbath because everybody's gonna be unhappy. Because you think that Trump and Lutnick and Bessent can fix the mess that they've made? They made the mess. They don't know how to fix it. You know, what they're hoping for is they're hoping that if it does all fall to shit, they can find a way to push the blame on somebody else. It'll be the courts because they didn't uphold the tariffs. It'll be the Fed because they didn't act aggressively enough. It'll be everybody else's fault but theirs, if they have Trump. If they don't have Trump, that's not gonna work. People aren't gonna buy it. So anyway, that's what I've been getting hope for. And so let me know in the comments if you want to get in on the Deadpool, and let me know when you think that our Mango Mussolini is going to bite the big one. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.